to Colorado before, or Boulder especially. When you drive into Boulder, you can literally see the mountains, the stadium, the whole campus. It looked like just the mountains are on the campus. Like, it just looks crazy. And when I first went, it was just like love at first sight type of thing.
You put in some miles, man. You go from DeSoto to Colorado to Florida. Now you're out here in Washington, man. You've seen a lot.
Yeah, I've seen a lot.
How would you compare, I guess, the Florida experience to the Washington experience?
Weather for sure.
Get it now.
Weather for sure. It's different. It's different. You can say that. I don't want to say too much about that. But Florida, I can say Florida more fun. I can say that.
Yeah.
It's just more things to do. And stuff like that. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
I got you.
Definitely got some sun. And look, your 5th year, and as he mentioned, you Texas, Colorado, Florida, North Carolina, here. We were talking about wide receiver, and he was talking, what he thinks is the most important thing as a wide receiver. You're 5 years into this. Go back 5 years. You're coming into the league. What would you tell yourself now, and what do you think is the most important thing for you at being a wide receiver?
What would I tell myself? To stand on what I said before I got here.
Yeah. You're coming out of college now into the NFL, and you get to go back knowing what you know. What would you tell yourself? What have you learned?
I've learned a lot, honestly. I would definitely tell myself to just work and act like you're not in the league, because you can get comfortable, you can get complacent, all those things. I just feel like I would tell myself to keep that same mindset that you had before you got to the league. Yeah, that would be the main thing.
So now I'm going to bring you to something that's new. They changed the kickoff return this year.
Mm-hmm.
No one knew what to expect with it. No, I remember listening to you in an interview. You weren't sure what to expect.
Yeah.
How is it to you? Is it better? Is it worse? Has it changed already just in the 9 games you guys have played and how the kickoff return?
I mean, I'm going to say it's better because I have a kick return
you do.
touchdown.
You're averaging 32 yards a kick. I mean, a lot of good things.
But I think it's more opportunities with this new kickoff return and stuff. I think it's better. I think it's better. So it ain't been too many touchdowns yet, but I mean, I feel like it's a more possibility of touchdowns.
When you get the ball kicked to you and you're 5 yards in the end zone, your instincts versus what they tell you. I'm assuming you want to always bring it out.
I always want to bring it out.
Is there a hard rule for you guys that,
Yeah.
What is it? It's like 3 yards, 5 yards?
I mean, it depends on what's going on, to be honest. Like how the game is going. But they want us on the goal line. If the ball is in the end zone, we don't take it out.
Okay.
Unless
you forgot.
Coach,
I already got in trouble. If we're gonna be honest, I already got in trouble with returning too many times. So
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at that.
Good
So
answer.
I ain't mad at that.
if the ball is in the end zone, take a knee, unless they say otherwise.
So bear with me with this, because I was a returner, and I'm gonna talk about a bad place but take you to a good place, right? So
Right.
there was a time where you return the ball and there's a fumble and the other teams recover, right? And in that moment, I'm sitting there watching, and I go, yep, I've been there. I'm with you, right? And I think as a returner, you got to have that mental toughness, like talking to yourself, your teammates hyping you up. You get another opportunity, and you take that thing to the house, man. What was your mentality during that? Do you lean on your teammates to get you going, or do you self-talk? Like, how do you get yourself out of that moment to where you step up and take that thing to the house?
A little bit of everything. The teammates, they gonna see how I feel, my emotions, so they gonna want to, try to help with, making sure I'm not too hard on myself, and make sure I'm keeping my head up, because no one wants to fumble, and you know how much a fumble can impact, especially in a game like that. And then of course a lot of self-talk, like. Oh, that's not me. That's not me. Like, I got to get my get back. I got to get my get back. And it was even worse because I had to take a knee on the next one, and then I ran the other one. And then it made it even more, like, gave me more juice, or I would say, like, it just helped me stay in the game. I guess you could say the players running down, like I'm not gonna say exactly what they were saying, but they were saying things to me, like making it seem like I was scared and like things like that. So that just fueled me even more.
I bring it up because I think it's important, especially for young athletes, to hear, because you're gonna have some failures in football.
Oh, yeah, most
like
definitely.
people
life.
expect perfection out of football players, and that's all football is kind of getting through these moments and being able to execute. So I think it was important that, you know, young athletes hear that, all right, you make a mistake out there, but it's all about the next opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the way I felt. I even showed my kids. I got 2 sons who play ball, and I showed them the same situation. I go, look, man, messed up here, but didn't let that phase him, and he got going. Do you have brothers and sisters or a mom that's tough? Like, because I would imagine the dynamics of how you've grown up kind of affected you in that moment and allowed you to get through it as well.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I got 5 siblings. Growing up, that's all we did was compete and try to outwork each other. So, and also stay hard on each other. So, yeah, that the childhood definitely played a part.
Yeah, sure.
We've got Cody White coming up on the call in about a half hour, an hour coming up. What's one, he put on quite a show we heard last year, Slam Dunkin', when Pete Carroll was here, and all the groups, they used to have that basketball.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard about that.
So, one, how's that locker room for you guys? You guys have an interesting dynamic or just the wide receiver room. You got DK, and you got Tyler, who's, you know, I don't know if he's quiet. He's probably not quiet, but, you know, he's the reserved, mature one of the group. You got a dynamic personality, and you all think you can play basketball. So, one, what's that room like? And 2, who truly is the best basketball player of that group?
Oh, first off, I think you got a room full of alphas, and you know that can be an issue. Not really. We all cool. It's all fun vibes. I love this room. It's probably one of my favorite receiver rooms I've been part of. But who's the best basketball player? I don't know. I haven't seen any one of them play. So, and they haven't seen me play. So I don't know.
There we go.
I don't know.
Hey, well, Laviska, man, we appreciate you taking time out of your Thursday and joining us, man. Get up one more time for Laviska Shenault. All right, when we come back, we got lots more to do. We'll give you a little preview here on the next game. That's next right here on Hawks Live.
Seattle Sports, your home for Wyman and Bob.
Seahawks wide receiver Tyler Lockett. What have you kind of learned that is the best bye-week routine for you?
I think as you get older, you still want to make sure that you're doing a little bit of stuff so that way you're not sluggish coming into the next week. But I think, you know, you also want to try to be able to get away because this is the 1 week that you have to be able to kind of reset and to be able to get your mind right as you get ready for the second half of the season. So, I mean, you know, I think we did a great job.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
Have you tried the Dining District at the Bellevue Collection? Grab lunch with friends, meet up for happy hour, and stay for dinner and beyond. You can sample international flavors and local favorites from talented chefs. Try a new cocktail on a rooftop bar or watch the game with friends and explore the lively nightlife scene. The Dining District at the Bellevue Collection, where your taste adventure begins. Learn more at BellevueCollection.com/dining district.
Hey homeowners, this is Brock Heward for Tila Mortgage, and there may not be a better time to pay off your high-rate credit cards, consolidate debts, or lower your overall payments than right now. Call it dumb luck or just perfect timing, but home equity in our area continues to rise while interest rates have started falling back to levels we haven't seen in years. So stop stressing out about monthly cash flow. You're sitting on a pile of cash, and now's the time to do a cash-out refinance or HELOC and consolidate all your payments into one lower payment that allows you to sleep at night. Tila does conventional, FHA, VA, and reverse mortgages too. So whether it's a purchase or a refinance loan, let the experts at Tila Mortgage help you. Tila, spelled T-I-L-A, is a name you can trust for truthful, honest, and ethical advice for all your mortgage needs. Call Tila Mortgage today at 206-766-8888. That's 206-766-8888 or
TilaMortgage.com. Tila Mortgage LLC is a mortgage broker, NMLS 2472046.
Roof now, pay later. Hi, I'm Sam Thomason, owner of State Roofing. Take advantage of our 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for up to a year. We've partnered with leading lenders to make the replacement or repair of your roof affordable. Flexible financing options are available to take the worry out of an unexpected expense. Call us today at 866-ROOF-ROOF to schedule a free no-obligation estimate or visit us at stateroofing.com. That's stateroofing.com.
State Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Is your concrete sinking? Whether it's your driveway, sidewalk, or patio, those uneven surfaces are not just ugly, they're dangerous. That's where Groundworks comes in. They use state-of-the-art concrete lifting solutions to prevent tripping hazards, and they're the best at what they do. Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. You'll get a maximum tax deduction and a vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Hey Seahawks fans, Tyler Lockett for Brown Bear Car Wash. We've got the perfect play for a spotless car. With the Unlimited Wash Club, you can keep your car game ready all season long. It isn't clean unless it's Brown Bear clean.
Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa. This weekend only, Friday through Sunday, Linwood Event Center. Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa. This weekend only, Friday through Sunday, Linwood Event Center. 18-month interest-free financing. Our factories have demanded we sell 1,000 hot tubs and swim spas this weekend. Linwood Event Center. Huge factory incentives, factory rebates, this weekend only. Linwood Event Center. We can remove your old hot tub. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Hot tub starting at $2,999. Linwood Event Center. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Just relax and enjoy. Linwood Event Center. Friday, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Free admission, free parking, free delivery. Linwood Event Center. Call 833-SPA-SALE or visit hottubandSwimSpaSale.com.
Stream every Seattle sports show with the Seattle Sports app. Brought to you by Fred Hutchinson Cancer Center. Get new videos, podcasts, and articles on the Seahawks and Mariners from your favorite Seattle sports personalities daily. Hawks Live, presented by the Dining District at the Bellevue Collection at Bellevue Square Center Court. Live on air on Seattle Sports.
You are listening to Hawks Live, presented by the Dining District at the Bellevue Collection. I'm Michael Bumpus with my guy, Paul Moyer. We are here every Thursday, 7 o'clock at Bellevue Square. We are the center court, Paul Moyer. Center court we are. We are here. Coach is right there. Rolex is right there. We got coffee over there. We're right in the middle of this whole thing, man. It's a good situation.
We had a good night to start. It was, we're at, where were we today?
We'll pub it. We're at STK. It ain't time to pub it yet.
Well, that's why I looked at you like, should I
something?
not say anything?
No, not yet.
Food was good, though.
We'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah. But yeah, it's time to talk about this week. It's been an interesting week. You guys know this, right? Started off with two linebackers, Baker and Dotson. They are no longer with this football team. Baker, I don't think has been signed. If I'm wrong, someone correct me, but Dotson has been picked up by the Miami Dolphins. Things have changed with that linebacker core. Last year, you had Bobby Wagner and Jordan Brooks, and, change can be good, Paul Moyer. So when you saw this move go down, when you bring in Ernest Jones, Tyrese Knight is now going to be the other backer. What were your initial thoughts?
Well, I was shocked that they let him go. I mean, was I shocked that they would have not played him as much? Because he played just about every down, kind of like Bobby Wagner did. I mean, he never got off the field. Ernest Jones is legit good. I mean, he's a real-time linebacker, and I'm really excited for him this year and in the future. I mean, they need to sign him because he is what they're looking for. But Dotson, look, he wasn't playing well. He was making a lot of the same mistakes over and over, and we've talked about it. I mean, some of them were head scratchers. Didn't mean he wasn't a good football player. I mean, he's a good football player. I mean, he can run, he can hit, he's a good tackler. But in the run game, he's just a little undersized. I use the analogy, he's a little bit like a pinball, for those who remember what a pinball was. He would just bounce off of linemen, and instead of being able to hold a gap or just even hold the block, he was easily moved two gaps over. So I think in the run game, they said, hey, we got Trice McKnight, who's a little bigger than him, even though the bios say they're about the same weight, but he looks bigger, he's stronger, he's probably a little better in the run. And I think what they'll think in the passing game is we'll keep Ernest Jones on the field all the time, and we'll do some packages. We'll probably put an extra safety down at times, and we have good safeties or good tacklers. So, but I was still surprised. I mean, you let a guy go, there's depth issues, but I think they just thought, hey, you know what, it's not working right now. He's not in the future. It was a one-year contract. Let's go ahead and give a young kid a chance and give him all the experience we can get him.
I was surprised, but I respected at the same time because they were not getting what they needed out of those two backers. And again, Baker's going to be fine. Dotson's going to be fine. Obviously, he's with the Dolphins, but I respect Snyder and Mike McDonald for saying, look, mid-season, we're going to make this change. We're not going to waste any time. If we're going to get a certain play out of one guy on the second level, let's give Tyrese Knight, the rookie, that same opportunity and let him develop and grow. So now it's about taking that next step forward. They made some moves. Both linebackers are gone. You're bringing in a defensive lineman in Harris as well. They've sent a message, I feel like, indirectly to everyone in the locker room, minus a few, because you get paid enough, they're not going to do nothing. But minus a few that if you're not doing your job, we'll find somebody else to do it.
Well, I look at this as, I try to give an analogy here, what we just got. By giving, Robinson Harris, defensive lineman, you've got, you lose Tyrell Dawson, we pick up Ernest Jones. I look at Ernest Jones as a guy who's like a first-round draft pick, rather than us picking up 3 fourth-round picks and hope one of them works. The upgrade at linebacker with Ernest Jones is huge. I mean, he's that good a football player. I think our depth in the D-line is there. Abraham Lucas coming back this week. We don't know how much he's going to play, but he's part of the 53-man roster. Looks like he will suit up. Whether he's active and starts, we don't know that yet. But that has a chance for us coming out of the bye for us to get really healthy on the offensive line.
All right, so because we went so long with Laviska, because it was a great interview, we had to keep this segment nice and short and sweet. But if you guys come back, we're going to have another interview on the phone. We're going to talk to the guy who probably made the biggest play of the game against the Los Angeles Rams. That is Cody White. We're going to talk to him on the phone. So you guys stay tuned. That's coming up next right here on Hawks Live.
Planning to propose this holiday? Shane Company is ready to help you find your dream engagement ring. We handpick the most beautiful diamonds and colorful gemstones in all shapes and sizes. So when you walk in the door, you can trust your rock is in stock. At Shane Company, we've always sourced directly, cut out the middleman, and pass the savings on to you. We work with your budget, not against it. We'll also protect your ring for life with our free unmatched lifetime warranty. Come see us at shaneco.com and in-store. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Free consultations, no fee guarantees, 5-star reviews. JP Pendergast with Pendergast Law explains the importance of going beyond these familiar offerings.
Accident victims want an attorney, Tom, that satisfies their needs. Someone who handles those needs with the highest degree of care. Pendergast Law offers the no-fee guarantees and free consultations, but these only scratch the surface.
Okay, explain more.
We make sure that every member of our team is genuinely passionate about helping others. Customer service and communication are our top priority. It's how we take care of our clients so they always feel one step ahead of the insurance companies. Our strong reputation for high standards provides comfort and confidence when it's needed most.
Pendergast Law offers the free consultations, the no-fee guarantees, and of course, they are 5-star rated. But what really makes them different is their genuine passion for helping others. I can't recommend them enough.
If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident, call Pendergast Law. We can help.
That's PendergastLaw.com.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls?
I hope not, because if you have, they could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where Groundworks comes in. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation. Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
0% financing. Yes, Mazda of Everett is offering 0% financing. 0% financing available on new Mazda CX-5s. 0% financing available on new Mazda CX-30s. 0% financing available on new Mazda CX-50s. 0% financing available on new Mazda CX-90s. Shop over 600 new Mazdas available with 0% financing. Shop MazdaofEverett.com and click Get the Mazda of Everett price. MazdaofEverett.com.
12s, your Seattle Seahawks return to Lumen Field Sunday, November 24th to take on the Arizona Cardinals during our annual Salute to Service game. Tickets are available now at Seahawks.com.
Hey Seattle, Jaden Schwartz for Techline Roofing. Call Techline Roofing and trust the team I trust. With the strongest warranty in the business, Techline Roofing has you covered. That's TEKLINE roofing.com. Trust Techline.
I was having trouble getting up and down my stairs at home. And I thought, well, this isn't going to work because how am I going to go to Utah and do some hiking?
When Judy came to Sound Pain Solutions, her knee pain was preventing her from enjoying an active lifestyle. She was diagnosed with osteoarthritis. She tried numerous treatments and was told she should have surgery. I'm Dr. Mark Shelley, a chiropractic neurologist at Sound Pain Solutions. We were able to get Judy back to hiking with our comprehensive, non-surgical, and drug-free treatment.
I think that the Trigenics that they do along with the adjustment, the pressure wave, and the PRP are the best options for joint pain. And I would really recommend it to anybody who is suffering from joint pain and would like to avoid surgery.
Schedule a free consultation to learn if you qualify for our safe, drug-free, non-surgical treatment by calling Sound Pain Solutions or visiting soundpainsolutions.com.
Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa. This weekend only, Friday through Sunday, Linwood Event Center. Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa. This weekend only, Friday through Sunday, Linwood Event Center. 18-month interest-free financing. Our factories have demanded we sell 1,000 hot tubs and swim spas this weekend. Linwood Event Center. Huge factory incentives, factory rebates, this weekend only. Linwood Event Center. We can remove your old hot tub. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Hot tub starting at $2,999. Linwood Event Center. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Just relax and enjoy. Linwood Event Center. Friday, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Free admission, free parking, free delivery. Linwood Event Center. Call 833-SPA-SALE or visit hottubandSwimSpaSale.com.
Hawks Live, presented by the Dining District at the Bellevue Collection at Bellevue Square Center Court. Live on air on Seattle Sports.
This is Hawks Live, presented by the Dining District at the Bellevue Collection. The show is every Thursday at 7 right here on Seattle Sports 710. We're at Bellevue Square Center Court. I'm Michael Bumpus with my man Paul Moyer. Now we are joined by Seahawks receiver Cody White. Cody, how we doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
We're good, man. We're excited for you, but we got beef, low key, Cody. We got beef, man.
We got beef.
Well, just a little bit, but we're good now. But you don't even know we had beef. You don't even know that we're good now. But I'll tell you why. All right, because back in the day, in 2017, you had 3 receptions for 41 yards and 2 touchdowns against my Cougs in the Holiday Bowl, man. And you know what? And I remember watching that game, being like, man, Cody White is killing us. And now you're over here making plays for the squad. So we good now, though, Cody. We good.
All right, I'm glad we good now.
Hey, man. If you followed the Seahawks through training camp, like Paul and I have, we're at training camp, we're watching practices go down. We knew you were an athlete, and there's rumors that you doing 360 dunks on the hoop and all that stuff. So we knew that you were a playmaker, but it had to feel good to go out there and just let it all out. I know you guys lost the football game, but personally, what was that like for you to make 2 or 3 really big plays out the squad?
Just that all your hard work came to fruition. Waiting for your opportunity, sometimes it can get a little not as fun, but just making sure that you're staying prepared and me being able to go into the game and make the plays I did. Obviously, we wanted to come out with the win. That's the number one goal, but I feel like I went out there and I played hard and did what I could.
Cody, he mentioned, we know you're a good athlete. I'm reading your thing right now. Michigan's Mr. Football Award. Back in your high school days, you have a great career at Michigan State. A lot of guys come to the NFL, don't play a lot of special teams. Had you ever blocked a punt before?
So I had never blocked a punt in a game. But when I was at Michigan State my freshman year, they allowed us to block punts in practice. And I had about 8 or 9 in training camp before they ended up making me the returner. So I knew I was capable of blocking punts. I knew the technique and everything, but I had never got the opportunity to do it in a game.
Back in our day, when they used to have 2 and 3 a days, which were allowed in the NFL, we would spend, one period on special teams, and we would do just that. We would practice blocking punts, and they would teach you, hey, you actually block the foot, not the ball. How much practice do you guys do on that? And with your form, because you had beautiful form, and you took it right off the foot. Is that what they teach here? And how much time do you guys actually get to work on that?
Yeah, we definitely teach it here. During training camp, they show us exactly how to take it off the foot. But for me, I would really just work it before practice, try to make sure that I'm honing all my skills. So once a week, I'll try to have somebody have like a ball with a football stick and just try to take it off the foot, work on my technique in that way and all other special team stuff. I try to do that before practice.
So I want to talk more about that play because it was such a huge moment in the game. And there, usually, man, the statistics are when you do block a punt like that, returns to a touchdown, the odds of winning the game are pretty high. Was that something designed for you, or just tell me about that play, how it actually developed?
So that play, I had never repped it in practice before. It actually wasn't designed for me. A player had ended up getting hurt, so they ended up teaching it to me on the sideline. And just knowing all my work before practice was paying off. So when they told me what to do and how to do it, I knew my footwork. I knew the steps. So when they told me how to execute it, I just went in there and did it.
Hey, Cody, now, some people might just be introduced to you now here in Seattle, but you've been in the league, right? You spent a couple years with Pittsburgh. And I'm always curious of how things are different between each organization. How would you describe your time at Pittsburgh, and how would you describe it compared to your time here in Seattle?
I would say both organizations are A-class organizations. They are great in the building. Coaches are great throughout all the whole staff, and everything is about winning in both spots. So I would say both spots that I've been have been A-class.
Is Mike Tomlin as intense as he appears through the media?
Oh, yeah. Whatever you see in the media, that's exactly how Coach C.
Did we lose him?
Nope. I think we lost you, Cody.
No, I'm still here.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, cool. All right, so now tell me more about Coach McDonald, because he's a younger coach, and I kind of envy you guys because I've never played for a coach who was that close in age. What's it like playing for McDonald, and how does this age help kind of connect with you guys?
He definitely is closer in age than normal coaches are, but to be honest, it's kind of been normal as everything. Like, he's just been coming in for his first year. He's been great with us, being able to come in the meeting rooms with the team and just bringing everybody together. I think he's done a great job so far up to this point.
Cody, when you have a game like you had last week, because it wasn't just special teams, you also made, obviously a big catch on the sideline there. And, we've seen it. We've seen it in preseason. They've talked about you. They like you. Does a game like that, and I get it's crowded. It's tough to get opportunities with DK and JSN and Tyler. But do you sense that, okay, they go, okay, we knew it. He's shown it in the game. Do you see this gives you more opportunities moving forward?
I mean, all I can do is when the opportunity comes my way is take advantage of it. Just keep putting my right foot in front of the left, and just whatever opportunity comes my way, I'm going to be prepared for it. So I can't say if I'm going to get more opportunities, less opportunities, or when the opportunity is going to come. I just know that when it comes, I'll be ready for it.
Hey, you made a big play down the sideline, and as receivers, when we line up and look at the coverage, we pretty much know what the chances are, the odds are that we're going to get this football. When you made that play down the sideline, did you think, all right, Gino's going to give me a shot right here, or did you feel like he might go somewhere else? Let me also say that we know better. We must run the route like we're going to get the football every time.
For sure. I learned early in the league, no matter what route you run in or what coverage it is, you always got to be ready for the football. So when I saw Gino getting ready to throw it, I saw he put it right on the money in the spot where the DB couldn't make a play. I just knew I had to keep my feet in and ended up making a catch, and that's how I went, yeah.
Well, I'm going to bring you off the field now. We've seen DK on Celebrity Basketball, throw some windmill dunks down, but there's a story there last year during Pete Carroll's Competition Wednesday. You participated in the dunk contest, went off pretty good from what we heard. All right, you got to give it to me. Who is the best dunker of that group?
The best dunker? I think I got to go with myself. I haven't seen anybody else that can do the crazy dunks that I can do, but I'd have to see the rest of the team. I'm not going to put anybody who I haven't seen.
You said the crazy dunks. Now, we just had LaVisca here, and he was a hooper at DeSoto in Texas, and Paul kind of asked him a similar question, asking who was the best hooper in the room. So are you just a dunker, or are you a hooper?
So I say this all the time. I was a good hooper back in the day, but when you don't hoop for a while, it kind of starts to fade away. So I'm not as good as I used to be, but I know I can still hoop a little bit.
What was your vertical coming out of college, and what is it now?
I think I jumped 36, 35 and a half. And I couldn't even tell you what it is now. I'm not even sure.
How was it picking up the playbook? I think I've seen when I was in the league, man, I've seen a lot of guys just not be able to pick up the playbook and get pushed to the side, and they can have all the ability in the world. How was it for you picking up playbook going from Pittsburgh and now to the Seahawks who grew up?
Well, for me, in my journey, this is my fifth team that I've been on, so being able to pick up a playbook has come pretty natural to me, just being that I've been all over the place a little bit. But that's never really been an issue. So the playbook is something where I study it a whole bunch, making sure that I know all the spots and every aspect of the offense. So I know I'm pretty locked in that aspect.
What's the big? I guess they're not really playbooks anymore. They're iPad books, right? Or Surface books, and then they lock you out if you're cut. Quickly, right?
Yeah.
What's the biggest thing? Because you mentioned you've been 5 teams, and here the Seahawks, you've got two offensive coordinators within the last year. What's the biggest thing or the biggest difference from team to team terminology-wise?
I would say every team has different terminology, but normally the plays, there might be a little aspect here or there, little things that different OCs like to do than other ones, but a lot of teams run the same plays. They just get into different formations and do different things. So really just learning the verbiage, and then the rest of it kind of just comes natural.
Last one before we get you out of here, Cody, man. Well, how was the bye weekend and what you get into?
It was good. I really just relaxed, chilled, got my body right. And getting ready for the Niners this week.
All right, stayed put, man. I feel you. Cody, man, we appreciate you taking time out of your Thursday. Good luck this weekend against the Niners, man. Come home with a win.
Appreciate you guys.
All right, that was wide receiver Cody White, man. We've got 2 really good interviews today.
Are you guys good now?
Yeah, we're good now. Okay? I forgive them. They blew us out, too. It was like 41-17. They blew us out.
I mean, I don't want you angry at one of our rising stars.
I forgive them. It's all good. Hey, come join us here at Hawks Live at Bellevue Square Center Court, where you have a chance to win gift cards from the Dining District at the Bellevue Collection. Tonight, they're giving away gift cards to STK Steakhouse Suite and Restaurant Lounge. When we come back, we'll give you a 49ers preview. That's next right here on Hawks Live.
Seattle Sports has your chance to win 4 tickets to the Seahawks Salute to Service game against the Arizona Cardinals on November 24th.
10-5, touchdown, Seahawks!
Head to the Seattle Sports app, click the Win tab in the bottom right corner, and enter for your chance to win.
Holy catfish!
You can enter once per day, so the more times you enter via the Seattle Sports app, the better your odds will be. Do it every day, November 13th through November 19th. Details and rules at seattlesports.com/win.
I'm Bradley Johnson with 1-800-DUI-AWAY. Let's talk about hockey. Don't you love a sport where it's almost fair game to throw off your gloves and bare knuckle it in that gray area? Hockey brings excitement, intensity, passion, often drinking. It's like a party with a puck. If you enjoy too many shots at the bar while watching slap shots on the ice, don't try to make a breakaway because the police won't just stonewall your goal. They're much more likely to throw you in that penalty box, and it won't be just a few minutes to think about what you did. Go ahead, enjoy cracking one open. Just don't overdo it. Call 1-800-DUI-AWAY or go to 1-800-DUI-AWAY.com for your free private consultation. Hockey is one of the only sports where you can wrap around the goal and there's no out of bounds. But the roadway is a different story. Call 1-800-DUI-AWAY.
1-800-DUI-AWAY. Miss anything from the Brock and Salk Show? Remember, you can always catch the show on demand on SeattleSports.com, the Seattle Sports app, or wherever you listen to podcasts. This message brought to you by Ascend Hospitality Group, Famous Dave's, Ascend Prime, and Stanford's. Want to listen to Seattle Sports on your smart speaker?
Hey, smart speaker, play Seattle Sports.
This message is powered by the EQC Sportsbook at Emerald Queen Casino. Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. Increase leads and get more customers. We create tailored digital marketing strategies that deliver results. So on your next campaign, aim higher. Go to aimyourdigital.com and get started today. aimyourdigital.com.
Guys, your testosterone level impacts your energy, drive, weight, hair loss, and even ED. Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your T level for free. For your free T level check, exam, and consultation, call 206-529-1111 or visit revivemenshealth.com.
Your favorite Seattle sports show is available anywhere you go through the Seattle Sports app. Brought to you by Fred Hutchinson Cancer Center Proton Therapy. Full shows and interviews, exclusive video and articles from the home of the Seahawks and Mariners.
Hey Seahawks fans, Tyler Lockett for Brown Bear Car Wash. We've got the perfect play for a spotless car. With the Unlimited Wash Club, you can keep your car game ready all season long. It isn't clean unless it's Brown Bear clean.
0% financing. Yes, Mazda of Everett is offering 0% financing. 0% financing available on new Mazda CX-5s. 0% financing available on new Mazda CX-30s. 0% financing available on new Mazda CX-50s. 0% financing available on new Mazda CX-90s. Shop over 600 new Mazdas available with 0% financing. Shop MazdaofEverett.com and click Get the Mazda of Everett price. MazdaofEverett.com.
What does the Seahawks jersey mean? It's football.
Drops back, has time, loads up, throws. It's intercepted. Does he keep his feet in? He does. Seahawks ball.
It's community.
The stands are rocking right now. Nobody has left this place. It is pandemonium.
It's Seattle. This is your jersey. This is the Pro Shop. The Seahawks Pro Shop has the largest selection of Seahawks jerseys. Come try one on at the Landing in Renton or at Lumen Field.
Hawks Live, presented by the Dining District of the Bellevue Collection at Bellevue Square Center Court. Live on air on Seattle Sports.
Welcome back to Hawks Live, presented by the Dining District at the Bellevue Collection. The show is at 7 every Thursday right here on Seattle Sports 710, and we are at Bellevue Square Center Court. I'm Michael Bumpus with my guy, Paul Moyer. It is now time to talk about these 49ers. Man, they have had their ups and downs, Paul. They lost 3 of 4 earlier in the season, but now they've won 3 of their last 4. They've turned some things around, and when we look at them, when we put them when it comes just to numbers, right? They're the 2nd overall offense. They're 5th when it comes to running the football, 2nd when it comes to throwing the rock, 7th in scoring. Defensively, 9th overall, 8th against the rush, 12th against the pass, and 17th giving up 22.4 points per game. But you and I know that this team is getting healthy. It's addition and subtraction. Brandon Ayuk is no longer active. He tore his ACL, but you brought back Christian McCaffrey. You also have Ricky Pearsall, the young rookie who got shot, Paul. He got shot, and
crazy.
This dude is now on the squad, and he's a route runner, man. He has had his first touchdown last week. And, Paul, he's not just a receiver. He is a route runner. Yeah. These guys have ballers at every position. Tight end position, you got George Kittle. Offensive line, you got Trent. Defensive line, you got Nick. Linebacker, you got Fred. They got ballers everywhere. So when you look at this team, you've watched the film like I have. What are you seeing? What encourage you about our chances against these guys?
Oh, boy. They're a tough matchup, obviously. I mean, we played them a few weeks ago here, and we were in the game. I mean, we had a chance. We had the ball down 6. Could have won it. We didn't. I think when I watch the 49ers, they're the same. They run the same offense. I mean, it's tough against the run. Brock Purdy he's a good quarterback. You give him time, he's really good. People have found his weakness. They know he's heard it the other day. He's a middle-of-the-field passer. He doesn't throw great outside the numbers to his right. That all sounds good. When you're talking about it, now you got to go do and execute it.
Right.
What they're so good at, and where we haven't, and I don't know if that's just a confidence thing. I don't know if it's a belief thing. They win games in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Their last 2 games, they could have lost.
Yep.
But it's the big moments. We got a chance to go and win the game. It's 3rd and 1. We're inside the 20-yard line. 3rd and 1, we don't get that. We go for it on 4th and 1, we don't get that. They go down. We're playing man-to-man. He looks in the backfield, and we get beat for a touchdown, game over. Those are big moments. And I think that is as much a difference as anything. The 49ers have a lot of talent, don't get me wrong. So do we. And I think, but you ask me, what do I see? I go, they just believe. They believe they're going to win, even if they don't play well. I look at our turnover or differential right now. We're -6 in the turnover battle. That's 26 in the league. They're +3. They're 12th. Honestly, if you flip those two, we're in first place in the West. They're in dead last in the West. I mean, it's that simple. So if we get off to a good start, Bump, I mean, I think we're going to be competitive. We just got to find a way to make the big plays in the fourth quarter and win a game.
You know what's crazy about getting off to a good start is that I looked at the stats, and the Hawks are only giving up less than a touchdown in the first quarter. It's the second and third quarters that are really killing these guys, forcing them to have to come back in the fourth quarter and do their thing. So getting off to a good start, at least defensively, has been kind of the MO of this team, but it's more about getting off to a good start offensively, I feel like. When I look at the Niners on film, they do something that I want the Seahawks to do. They move the pocket. I've been begging for the last 2 or 3 weeks, please move the pocket. Now, what do I mean when I say they move the pocket? What they do is they will show run and pass pro. So they'll have their right guard. He'll pull as if you're going to run the football. You'll do a nice little play action. The rest of the line slides to the right, forcing the defensive line to respond, and it just provides a little movement and a little more time in passing lanes for Brock Purdy. I think that's one of the reasons why he is so good, is that Shanahan does a great job designing plays to clear up the picture in the secondary for him.
Yes, I agree with that. It's funny, I heard you talking about that on your show, and I was like, God, I mean, roll out? I mean, yeah, we can do some bootlegs and stuff, but is that really Geno's game? He's certainly capable. But then I heard you talking about it again. I go, no, it actually makes sense. You don't want to be just a sitting target the whole time. I'm going to drop back. This is where I'm going to be in the middle of the pocket. Wouldn't mind seeing him, talking about Geno, take off a little bit more.
Yep.
I see daylight, just go. It just slows the defense down a little bit to say, all right, he's willing to run. I'm excited to see if Abe Lucas plays this week. I think, on your fourth defensive tackle and your rookie who played Division II football, well, I think he's going to be a really good football player. You go up against Nick Bosa. I mean, that is it's a tall order because of his aggressiveness. And the one thing about Jarrell, one of his weaknesses right now is that bull rush. It takes time to develop that type of technique. So see if Abe Lucas is there. I'd be a nice little addition to this team, and I think it would be really helpful.
Yeah, that would be great. I mean, Nick Bosa had, 14 pressures, a quarterback hit at TFL against the Seahawks last game. When you look at the stat sheet, it didn't wow you, but when you watch the film, man, he just jacks the whole pocket up and stresses out the edges. So I'm with you. And I think if Abe Lucas does play, we have to have realistic expectations, right? He's not going to come in with a cape on and save the day and everything's going to be fine. Everyone still has to play together on that offensive line, but it does give you some kind of hope. Also, who's coming back, or we think he's coming back, there's a possibility, is DK Metcalf.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about him.
All right, how does that help this squad?
Oh, man. I'm going to flip that question to you.
All right.
Because with JSN, really taking those routes last week, which I had not seen him get any of those routes earlier in the year. I mean, he was averaging 8.5, 9 yards per catch, right? I mean, he's more dynamic than that. We gave him possession routes. We didn't give him the explosive routes. Now DK's out, and we kind of said, is he that fast? And almost said, well, yeah, he is. He's pulling away from people, and he would have had over close to 250 yards if we didn't have 2 of those called back because of holding penalties. One of them I thought was kind of a lousy call. So now I'm going to ask you, what does that do for us? Do we now have 2 what we call big routes, 20-plus yard routes, not just DK? What does that do for Geno? Does that give him confidence that he doesn't have to just go to DK? What does that do to our offense?
I think the first thing it does, it shows on film and makes the Niners prepare for that. Okay, JSN is capable of doing this, so you're going to play this team differently. Whenever you have a guy who could go down the field, push the safeties back, and opens up lanes, and typically you used to line up and say, where's 14? He's the guy that's going to do that. Now JSN can do it, but it's a different type of push because DK is going to run by you. He will flat out run by you. I'm faster than you. JSN will out-leverage you. He'll get on your toes, he'll move you, and create just enough separation to where you can toss a football in there. So I think it really affects the way Grubb calls the game rather than the defenses. I think now Grubb is looking at the situation and saying, I got 2 guys who can push the ball down the field. Maybe I can send 2 guys deep now and send Tyler Lockett underneath, or maybe get the running back the ball in the flats or on angle route. So it stretches the field, and you're a safety. You know, when you stretch the field, you compromise the gap between you and the backers and wherever the DBs are. So I think it changes the way Grubb might call a play, and it allows to have more threats, because I see JSN as just a real threat 40 yards and in. You know, like, okay, he's a 4 or 5 type of guy. He's not the guy who's just going to blatantly run by you. But now that he's put it on film, now he's an inside the 20s type of guy. Maybe I can beat you deep.
Well, where I see that opening up is, you know, they start playing a shell defense. You know, they're playing cover 2, and we're going to cheat a little bit over to DK's side. And before, I'm looking at JSN running, okay, he's going to run more dagger type of routes or option routes, and then we'll let DK go ahead and run the corner or the deep route. Well, now I see, okay, where's the weakness in cover 2? And it's down the middle of the field. And now Geno goes, okay, I've got DK running corner to go. I got JSN now working the middle of the field. Now I got options.
Yep.
And I'm confident that JSN not only will be there, but will make that play and actually give me some room too. So I'm excited to see what happens. I actually think our passing game, now that Grubb's seen it, I think it changes a little bit. I think this becomes a little bit more, we got to protect.
Yep.
Becomes a little bit more like what we saw Washington do last year.
We also saw JSN take a screen 20 yards.
That was impressive.
Something we ain't seen all year. We also saw Zach Charbonnet take a screen about 18 and 20 yards as well. So you might have unlocked something in this offense. So we shall see. And I'm excited to see what the bye week has done as far as self-evaluation and the creativity that Grubb could potentially have in this game. Watching the film, seeing JSN do his thing, possibly having DK back, and maybe getting this run game going with our guy Abe Lucas back, man. So we shall see. Lots of things need to happen, though. All right, man, that's enough of that. When we come back, we will go around the NFL. That is next right here on Hawks Live.
So here's the deal with Mariners season ticket memberships. You've got 2 great options. With a Flex membership, you have the freedom to pick your seats, games, and number of tickets whenever you want. Or, if you like knowing where you're sitting all season long, go with a reserved membership and lock in your seats from day 1. Both plans get you access to exclusive pre-sales, year-round discounts, special event invites, and more. Check it out at mariners.com/25.
Now Raleigh wins it in the 10th inning for the Mariners.
Ooh, we got a question. Brian W. asks, it's the holiday season and I'm looking for deals. Is Xfinity having a Black Friday sale?
Well, Brian, we got you covered. Get iPhone 16 Pro on us. Just ask us how. Plus, you can also get fast, reliable Xfinity Internet with a line of Xfinity Mobile Unlimited for a great low price.
So don't wait. Bring home a new iPhone 16 Pro built for Apple Intelligence.
And connect to reliable 5G and Wi-Fi speeds up to a gig on Xfinity Mobile.
That's a big deal.
More like a gig deal.
Now through December 3rd, ask how to get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us with an unlimited Plus line. Plus, get Xfinity Gigabit Internet with free Wi-Fi equipment for only $25 a month for 12 months with no annual contract when you add unlimited mobile. Go to Xfinity.com/Black Friday sale to learn more. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Gig Wi-Fi requires Xfinity Gateway. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. Gig speeds available via hotspots to Xfinity Mobile customers only. Reduced speeds after use of monthly data included with your data option. Actual internet speeds and data thresholds may vary.
Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa. This weekend only, Friday through Sunday, Linwood Event Center. Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa. This weekend only, Friday through Sunday, Linwood Event Center. 18-month interest-free financing. Our factories have demanded we sell 1,000 hot tubs and swim spas this weekend. Linwood Event Center. Huge factory incentives, factory rebates, this weekend only. Linwood Event Center. We can remove your old hot tub. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Hot tub starting at $2,999. Linwood Event Center. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Just relax and enjoy. Linwood Event Center. Friday, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Free admission, free parking, free delivery. Linwood Event Center. Call 833-SPA-SALE or visit hottubandSwimSpaSale.com.
For many of us, it's happening. Your hair is thinning. Your crown is disappearing. Hair loss had me feeling like I was losing my identity altogether. Well, I've got some good news. It's a simple one-day treatment that worked for me. The Advanced FUE from Advanced Hair. It starts growing new hair the very next day, and it's guaranteed to grow for life. We've all seen the pills and lotions that come with monthly memberships. Those can help retain what you have. But what if you want your own natural hair in specific areas like I did? You decide how much, how thick, and where. From Advanced Hair's state-of-the-art facilities to the world-class leading doctors like Dr. Perungo, it's not a maybe your hair will grow. It's guaranteed that your new hair will grow. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts, call 425-449-8185. Advanced Hair is the winner of the 425 Business of the Year, and they are the team that I personally recommend. That's 425-449-8185 or advancedhair.com.
Hey, it's Mike Salk here for my friends at Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. Yes, I said and hotel. If you're looking for a fun night out, Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel is just the place to go. Whether it's Vista Prime Steak and Seafood with their reimagined happy hour or Falls Buffet as well. The breathtaking views of the Snoqualmie Valley and Mount Si. You can find all the details at snocasino.com. Seattle's closest is now Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. Only 30 minutes from downtown. Seattle's closest, Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel.
This city is like none other. In Seattle, we ball out.
Reno steps up, throws the slant. What a catch!
We stand on business.
Turns outfield. Got him under.
We unite 12 as one.
There he goes. DK.
And we get loud.
Touchdown! Seahawks!
Really loud. Because this city lives for Sunday. Get your tickets for Seahawks game days at Lumen Field and experience what this city lives for. Visit Seahawks.com today.
November is a great time to get a new TV. Now that the top-rated brands like Samsung, LG, and Sony are at the lowest prices of the year. With Black Friday deals available, what more could you want? How about better than Black Friday? Before you click, you should call Video Only to see how you can go lower than Black Friday. That's right, the best TVs at better prices. Check out Video Only before you buy, or you'll be sorry.
I started Davis Law Group in 1994 to fight for the underdog. And as our team has grown, we've stayed true to that mission. Today, Davis Law Group is known for providing excellent service and even better results. Visit WashingtonAccidentBooks.com to get your free book on car accident law.
An airliner without warning plunges into the Gulf of Alaska. No one knows why. There are no survivors. Then loved ones are left to wonder, what happened to Flight 293? Unsolved Histories. What happened to Flight 293? Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Let's go! This is Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app.
KIRO AM Seattle. KIRO FM HD2 Tacoma. Home of the Seahawks, Mariners, and everything Seattle sports. Hawks Live, presented by the Dining District of the Bellevue Collection at Bellevue Square Center Court. Every Thursday from 7 to 9, live on air on Seattle Sports. Now, here are your hosts, Michael Bumpus and Paul Moyer.
This is Hawks Live, man. We're Bellevue Square Center Court.
Yeah.
It's live out here. It's live, Paul Moyer. It is live. We are out here in these streets in Bellevue. It's going to be tough getting in here in a couple weeks.
I was thinking the same thing. We're going to have to make reservations to get in here, but give it a shot next week. We'll save you a seat. We're here till all the way to December 12th, so we got a few more, about a month of
You know what happens after December 12th?
I do.
December 13th.
And that is?
Your boy's birthday.
Oh, is it?
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go. You're going to take me to STK. That's where we went.
That was good.
And it was awesome.
You took me there tonight on my anniversary. I appreciate that.
35 of them things.
35 years.
35.
Can you believe any woman would want to be with me for 35 years?
Oh, yeah. I
That's
believe it.
unbelievable.
I believe it. I believe it.
I got somebody raising their hand. There you go.
And you know what? Paul is so popular that when we walked in there, they gave us a little menu. You know, they're like, look, man, this is what we got for you guys today. And on the menu, it says, welcome Paul Moyer to STK Bellevue. They said, forget the guy you do the show with. Forget him. We're going with number 21.
They went age before beauty.
Oh, no, they went age and beauty.
Ooh, yeah.
But this is what they have over there. And we had all of this stuff, man.
So good.
It's crazy. The Blue Iceberg, man, the Nuke Smoked Chicken was awesome. Little BRG's, Wagyu, it was the sliders.
I didn't get one of those.
Tartar. You didn't. It was only 2.
I know.
But you're a seafood guy. I'm not a seafood guy.
I get the
so
seafood.
Someone had to sacrifice.
I clearly had sacrifice.
But you did have the crispy calamari.
I did. That was good.
You did have the filet.
Keep going.
You did have the miso glaze Chilean sea bass.
That was unbelievable.
You did have the mushrooms and truffle tagliatelle.
Is that how you say that?
That's how I say it.
Okay. That was, by the way, those are noodles. It was really good.
All right. You did have the free range chicken.
Yeah, that was
the
awesome.
mac and cheese was on point.
I didn't get any of that.
You didn't?
No. I went with the baked potato or the mashed potatoes, they were like a fried mashed potato. So good.
They call those Yukon Golds.
Oh man, they were so good. But get to my favorite.
The dessert board.
Oh my goodness.
The dessert board was on point.
They had a chocolate chip cookie, I don't know, hot fudge on top with ice cream. I mean, it was so good. And then the cheesecake.
Yeah.
And then they had like a black marble cake. Oh, yeah, the whole thing was so good.
It was awesome. I don't eat much, but I did today.
When you do.
I did today. So, yeah, make sure you guys go to STK.
So good.
And homie Pax. Hey.
Who served us, Taylor?
Hey, that Taylor served us.
Taylor was
that gift card is only going to cover 3% of your bill, but you know what? You go ahead and go to STK, my man.
Their happy hour starts at 2:30.
Yes.
And the prices are really good. I mean,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, we're going to be there tomorrow at 2:30. So if
Yeah.
you want to join us, just let us know.
I would show up at 2:25 and have water and
Oh, I can't.
just get acclimated.
I can't. I'm doing a show tomorrow with Wyman.
Big time.
Helping him out.
Big time. I'm on a flight at 5, so we'll do it next week.
All right.
All right, man, let's go around the NFL. Some things went down, man. Shane Waldron was fired. He was fired, Paul.
Too nice.
And you know what the messed up part is? Is that I felt when he got that job, it was going to be tough for him over there. You got expectations. You got the #1 draft pick. And everyone's gassing the situation up. No #1 pick has ever been in a situation like this where he has a running back, he has receivers, it's all set up for him to have success, and that just adds to the pressure of calling plays, and Shane Waldron just wasn't able to do it. And also, I think that this is what happens when a team is struggling. Eberflus is not going to be there at the end of this year. He's going to get fired. So to save his life, to save his job, what he does, you got to let go of the man calling plays. What did you think of that situation over there?
Well, I mean, nowadays nothing surprises you. It's probably inevitable. Who was the wide receiver who talked about?
Rome Odunze, Keenan Allen, DJ Moore.
Keenan Allen said he's too nice.
Yeah.
And that's probably true. Shane Waldron is a really nice guy. And, when you have these type A, very alpha male guys, you can't be too nice, not in a leadership role.
No.
Doesn't mean you got to be mean, but you got to be stern in what you do, and it's got to be consistent in corrections. I think that probably happened a little bit when he was here, too. I mean, you saw it, the fundamentals and the attention to detail start to fall off. I will say this. I watched somebody do an analysis of the game or their game a little bit, and Caleb Williams, he had some nice pockets. Is it Caleb or Kleb?
Caleb.
Caleb, thank you. Caleb Williams. I always mess that one up, so thank you. They smile when I mess them up. So Caleb Williams had a nice pocket. Had Keenan Allen I believe on a corner route open. They had another guy on an in route, a little tighter there. He turned them both down. And then it was probably a 3.5 second sack where he finally stepped up into the pocket, and then there was nowhere to go. So not all on the play calling. A lot of times it's just a rookie lost confidence, not going where the ball should go at the time, taking a bunch of sacks. But it's the way the game is. But this head coach, he fired his offensive coordinator from last year. They bring in Shane Waldron. He doesn't even make it through 10 games. They fire him. So maybe it's not the offensive coordinator.
This is the third consecutive quarterback with the Bears that will have 2 offensive coordinators in their first 2 seasons.
That doesn't work.
So there's a system problem over there. It ain't just the quarterback. It ain't just the offensive coordinator. It's the head coach. It's the GM. It's the owners. The coach over there is jacked up. And we shall see how this thing unfolds. But what they shouldn't do, what they're not going to do, is bench this young man. I heard talks. I listen to national radio and all these guys. And someone suggested maybe sitting Caleb Williams. I go, that's the worst thing. The development of the quarterback in the NFL is you have to let them go through this. After 3 years, if you don't see any progress, I feel like, all right, well, then you make a move. But because coaches don't have the leash that they used to have, they feel like they have to make such decisions so quickly about, these young quarterbacks. And it's the hardest position in sports. Why do you expect anyone to come out and just have immediate success?
I expect because they're getting paid big money. And I'm like Charles Barkley with names, so they should start calling him Caleb Williams, and maybe he'll play better.
Let's do it. All right, let's shift our attention to Dallas, man. There's some things going on in Dallas. You got Micah Parsons kind of throwing his his head coach under the bus. He doesn't work nearly as hard as Zach Martin. And he tried to go on his podcast and say, well, the media took my words out of context. I go, no, they didn't. No, you said that your head coach doesn't work as hard as one of your teammates. And I think people don't realize the hours that coaches put in. You were a coach in the NFL. Like, you hardly see your family through the regular season. I was a bit confused with how Parsons thought that the media, you and I, took that out of context.
Yeah, look, when you become a head coach, you're not in every meeting. You don't see what they do. I mean, they've got so many other responsibilities. Look, you're dealing with the general manager, the owner. You've got the media you've got to deal with. You're looking with the scouts at times, depending on their role. I've seen head coaches not work as hard in the practice and the game plan, but don't mistake that for working hard and not working hard. Look, Mike McCarthy is going to be gone. Yep. I mean, their expectation. Dak Prescott is having season-ending surgery. They don't have a backup quarterback. Well, maybe Trey Lance turned something around, but the guy they played last week, that wasn't it. They're not going to the playoffs. The expectations were this was the year you got to get more than just the playoffs. So that writing's on the wall. And look, Jerry Jones, the one thing that is good about him, there's probably a lot of good things. I don't know him, but is he doesn't fire coaches. He gives them an opportunity.
He sure does.
To make it work. And then once it doesn't work, he finally fires them. So I think this will be it for them.
Yep. So now another rumor when it relates to the Cowboys is that Deion Sanders, they should be looking at Deion Sanders to be their next head coach, and they should draft his son, Shedeur Sanders. The problem with that is they just pay Dak Prescott what? He's getting $60 million a year. Someone's going to have to pick up that contract. I think maybe somebody would pick up that contract. And the thing that would deter me if I'm Deion Sanders is that how do I control Jerry Jones? You don't control Jerry Jones. You're going to have to deal with all that stuff that surrounds Jerry. But I also think that Deion is comfortable operating in chaos because you see what's going on with the Colorado program and all the attention that it's getting. Do you see Deion possibly being the next head coach for the Dallas Cowboys?
Possibly. Well, boy, that's a 30-minute conversation there. First of all, he knows Jerry.
Yep.
You know, he played under Jerry when, he was at the Cowboys. He knows that's the system or the overall system what the Cowboys do. I think Deion's also a guy said, look, if I come here, I don't actually think Jerry meddles that much in the coaching part of it. He meddles obviously a lot because he's the president, general manager.
He sits in the coaching meetings.
Yeah, but I don't think he meddles. I think he lets his coaches coach. He keeps him there.
What Jerry you know? I know a different Jerry.
I think he does. I don't think he's like God dang it, Davis. Al Davis, thank you. I don't think he's that guy that is questioning everything. I don't think he knows more football than the coach. I think he knows football and how it works, and he wants to know what's going on. But I don't think he tells them what to say, how to coach, what to call. I really don't. That doesn't mean he's not a part of it. And I think Deion would be one of those say, hey, this is how I'm going to run it. Are you good with that? Because you know you're not going to be able to cross the line on that, because he's confident enough with that. Do I think he's ready for that role? I don't know. I really don't. Maybe. Because I think from a leadership standpoint, Deion would be pretty good in the NFL. He could handle all those alpha males. Could he get his son in a draft? Well, no one knows that, right? You got to get the first pick in a draft for that to be guaranteed. I know he would love it. But that would be interesting. I mean, I wouldn't discount it. Because I don't know if Deion will be there next year with his boys not there.
I think Deion is the perfect coach for Dallas.
Yeah.
I think with all the bright lights, all the glitz and glamour, all the preseason hype, Deion would bring an excitement to the Dallas Cowboys that we haven't felt in a while. The media is always going to pub the Dallas Cowboys. They have all the national games. They're like the Notre Dame of the NFL. You're going to see them on TV every single week on primetime. So
look what he's done with Colorado. I mean, they're 7-2. I think they're going to make play. I think they're going to run the table.
They might win the conference title.
I think they are.
All right. Well, we shall see. But I need them to lose. I need Iowa State to lose. I need Kansas State to lose. I need Miami to lose. Because my Cougs got to get in this thing, man.
You can get in too. But then Arizona State wins the Big 12 championship.
Arizona State didn't win no Big 12 championship, man.
First of all, we whoop up on WSU.
No, you would
not.
First
of all,
you would not.
Who y'all beat? University of Washington?
Who y'all beat?
The whole packed Big 12?
No, you haven't.
I've beaten SEC school. I've beaten Mississippi State. Hey, at the time, it was a good win.
That counts. At the time, that counts.
We got BYU coming next week.
All right. Well, there's your loss. Guaranteed.
Well, you guarantee it.
Let's put some money on it.
Let's put some money that you don't make it into the playoffs.
PAX is going to take us to
we
STK.
were 3-9 last year, man. Are you kidding me?
Come on,
I'm
man.
7-2 right now.
You text me at 1 a.m. talking about John Mateer, man. You know what's up.
I do like him.
All right, man. Coming up next. No, he's
gone.
He's gone next year. We'll go inside the film room. That's next right here on Hawks Live.
Have you tried the dining district at the Bellevue Collection? Grab lunch with friends, meet up for happy hour, and stay for dinner and beyond. You can sample international flavors and local favorites from talented chefs. Try a new cocktail on a rooftop bar or watch the game with friends. And explore the lively nightlife scene. The Dining District at the Bellevue Collection, where your taste adventure begins. Learn more at BellevueCollection.com/dining district.
How was your drive to school?
Let me tell you, I had to get my iced coffee first. I just can't seem to put it down. My favorite rapper just announced a tour. My phone was buzzing like crazy. I'm so excited. I had to text all my friends right then to talk about it. Then someone started calling me and...
Let's try that again.
I turned my phone off right away. I never drive distracted.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Febreze. As a rideshare driver, I love keeping my car smelling fresh and clean. So when I'm driving, I only trust Febreze car vent clips, featuring 3 distinct intensity settings, because it's that little touch that sets me apart. I can turn the intensity down for subtle freshness, or I can turn it up for when I want lots of scent. So whether it's set to low, medium, or high, with Febreze car, I know my car's going to smell amazing. Which keeps my driver rating right where it belongs. Picking up, Oscar!
Shop Dell Technologies Black Friday event for their lowest prices of the year. The future is on sale today with limited time deals on select PCs like the XPS 16 that accelerate AI with Intel Core Ultra processors. Black Friday is their biggest sale of the year and the best time to upgrade, but it's only here for a limited time. Shop now at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
It's football season, and Uber Eats is dropping undefeated deals on all your game day favorites. This week, score buy one, get one free Crunchwrap Supremes from Taco Bell, only on Uber Eats. Craving even more? We've got you covered with game day deals on pizza, burgers, wings, and more all season long. Uber Eats, official on-demand food delivery partner of the NFL.
Order Taco Bell for game day now through November 17, 2024. Second item of equal or lesser value. Terms apply. See app for details.
This is Stacey Rost. Is that leaky faucet driving you crazy? Don't wait until it becomes a flood. Call Ben's Plumbing, Heating, and Air. At Ben's Plumbing, they pride themselves on 5-star service, where your satisfaction is their priority. Whether it's a stubborn clog or a complete plumbing overhaul, their team of dedicated professionals is here to help with no commission sales tactics. Just honest, reliable service you can count on. Call today at 206-789-5353 or visit Ben's.plumbing. That's Ben's.plumbing.
I'm Bradley Johnson with 1-800-DUI-AWAY, and I want to talk to you about football. It's exciting when Seattle fans shake the earth. You can even feel that energy on your 100-inch variable refresh QLED surround sound 7.1. At 1-800-DUI-AWAY, we know that enjoying the game often involves alcohol. And the police know it too. Have fun, be responsible on game day, and pace yourself. If you feel sacked in the fourth quarter, get a designated driver to take you to your end zone. If you get carried away with too many Bloody Marys after too many Hail Marys, call for a timeout. You get the point. Be safe. Call 1-800-DUI-AWAY or go to 1-800-DUI-AWAY.com. Watching the game in your blue and green jersey is a lot more fun than wearing an orange jumpsuit.
1-800-DUI-AWAY!
My wife and I always loved doing everything together. Jiu-jitsu, kayaking, and intimacy was always on point. It was around my early 30s when I noticed a downward trend. Watching a lot of TV, putting on weight, and just full of self-doubt. I had tried another men's clinic with disappointing results. It's the personalized treatment I receive at Revive Men's Health that has been the complete game changer for me. I've got my energy and motivation back, I'm feeling stronger than I did in my 20s, and it made me a much better husband to my wife.
This is Dr. Andrew Ellshouse of Revive Men's Health. If you're always feeling tired or moody, or your sleep is poor, you have low libido, you may be suffering from low testosterone.
Book your free T-check and exam. Call Revive Men's Health Seattle at 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Hawks Live, presented by the Dining District of the Bellevue Collection at Bellevue Square Center Court. Live on air on Seattle Sports.
Welcome back to Hawks Live, presented by the Dining District, the Bellevue Collection. I'm Michael Bumpus with Paul Moyer, and we are at Bellevue Square Center Court every Thursday, 7 o'clock, right here on Seattle Sports 710. And it's now time to go inside the film room. This is when we break down some plays. This is me and Paul's wheelhouse. I think we have several wheelhouses, but we like this wheelhouse right here, Paul. No? Okay.
Oh, I thought you were like going to the cut.
No, I was waiting for affirmation.
You weren't looking at me.
I was waiting for affirmation.
I like eye contact.
Okay, I got you. Okay, my bad.
Talk to me. I don't want you looking off and, did Paul hear me? And, he didn't answer me now.
I was just trying to get the play set up. I was trying to pull up the play. Well, this first play we're breaking down, Reek Woolen picks off Matthew Stafford in the second quarter.
Wide slot to the far side. Nacua wind up wide to the right. Stafford takes his time. Now looks, throws to Nacua downfield. Reaching up, intercepted. It's Woolen. Makes the interception at the 23. He's down there. He's still running, but the officials say he's down. Now a late flag comes in as Woolen leaps up, makes the catch. There's a flag back at the interception spot where Dotson was trying to block on Nacua after Reek Woolen jumps and makes the interception, his second of this season.
Paul, you're going to take the lead on this one. Before you do, I'm just going to point out how disciplined Matthew Stafford's eyes are. These are the little things that separate the veterans. He keeps his eyes down the middle of the field as long as he can to hold that safety, but then he ends up tossing one up, and Reek Woolen does his thing. What do you see?
A couple things on Reek, though. Sorry, I'm looking at one other thing. Wow. Leonard Williams on his play just destroys Stafford. I mean, he splits a double team on it, and you're right. Stafford looks down the middle of the field, but he's not looking and knows that this man is covered. So you've got Woolen, who's up and bumping, running. And here's what I like what he does here. He's getting better at it, and this is a little bit of Richard Sherman. He's patient. He doesn't jump when a guy makes a move right away. He stays square, and that takes a lot of confidence because you're afraid. I mean, I don't say afraid. You're concerned that if you don't get the jam, you're trailing so quickly. That's an uncomfortable feeling when you don't have anybody over the top, because they don't have anybody over the top. Where we got a five-man rush, maybe six. And then we're manned up everywhere else with a single free safety. But you got no help over the top. So he's up and bump. I also don't mind when guys get inside of him, as long as he's on that upfield shoulder. But he's so long and he's so fast. I like it when he's sitting outside on the guy's shoulder because he can see the football like a wide receiver and go up and make the play. So good job here. I mean, he could do this all day if he wants to. I don't want to say once. Eventually, he's going to be able to do this all day. He's going to get so good at this technique and bump. And because of his speed and length, he's just a really hard guy to go over the top of.
For all the things that Puka Nacua does well or has done well, you do not inside release this avatar, okay? You do everything you can to get outside for what you just described. Inside release, you're running a go. He can feel you and see what the quarterback is doing. Puka's got to be disciplined. This is one of those to where you force him to push you out of bounds. You do everything you can to get outside because inside release is no good against this guy. And I think Rick Woolen does a great job of just playing the man and now locating the football and going after it. He became the receiver, and I think that's key on that play.
Yeah, I'm really not sure what they saw and why they called it and why Stafford, who did not look, he no-looked this. He turned
I think he just believed. He just thought Puka's going to win one-on-one.
Yeah, just against Woolen, that's probably statistically not a good move. You know what, this last one here, you know who looks really good in this play?
Who's that?
Ernest Jones. He looks like a safety. And again, he's not even a factor in this play, but it's his back pedal, how he clears his hips to the right and then he re-clears to the left when the guy starts to throw it. It's so fluid. It makes I already think he can cover and play zone. But watching this, I go, wow, he's really athletic for a run stopper.
Is there a bromance going on right now?
I'm kind of liking
it. A bromance?
Yeah.
Okay.
He hasn't passed Tom Brady yet, but he's got a chance.
All right, man, this next play, Geno Smith finds JSN on 4th and 5 late in the 4th to keep the game alive.
Rams look like they want to blitz. They back off, rush 4, getting downfield, making the catch. It's JSN. He is hammered out of bounds, but a perfect throw by Geno inside the 20-yard line. I'm telling you, when Geno gets just enough time, he throws a perfect pass for 30 yards and a Seahawks first down. They're still alive.
4th and 5, Moyer. If he does not catch this football, I wouldn't say the game is over, but the chances of winning this ball game are out. Geno sees man. He goes, all right, you guys going to man us up? I'm going to go with who I think is the best receiver on the field right now, and that is JSN. He's to the left of Geno Smith in the number 2 position. That's the slot, and it's just a switch route. It's just a switch route. What you're trying to do is you're outside releasing from the slot, and because the outside receiver goes in, you have a lot of real estate to mess with. And JSN doesn't even create a lot of separation, but he creates enough. JSN hands are so good that if you just put on the outside, he's going to come down with the football. This is as simple as it gets. You're in the slot, outside release, you switch, leave space on the sideline. Geno Smith drops a dime. I read a stat today. 80% of his throws are on target. That's top 3 in the NFL right now. This is one of those 80%.
Yeah, I mean, what Geno does, you guys have heard me say it's a bunch with the protection at times and how he feels. It's amazing. What's amazing about this throw, and I think you described it well with JSN, he doesn't need a lot of separation here, and because he takes it just outside the numbers, so he's got from the numbers all the way to the sideline to give Geno, area to lay it out for him. This ball is thrown when he's 5 yards downfield. So he runs, you call it a switch route. So he runs a little bit of wide, bends it. And by the time he gets to 5 yards downfield, the ball's out for Geno. And then the ball's caught around 20, 22 yards downfield. So it's, again, Geno's a really good quarterback. He just does not give the love quite that he deserves here. But this just shows you if you give him a little bit of time. He doesn't have a lot of time here, but a little bit of time, what he's capable of doing. It's a beautiful throw, and it's a great route.
All right, this next play, Ken Walker is stopped on 4th and 1 in overtime.
Could also be a quarterback sneak. Nope, going to turn, going to hand to Walker, going to put his shoulder pads down. I don't think he got there. He didn't. He was going left side, and he didn't get there.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. You have to believe that your guys are going to get you a half a yard. And now a field goal for the Rams, or a field goal by anybody, can win this game. Man, oh, man. Those are the ones that just kill you.
So this was an overtime. The Hawks did a great job driving down the football, getting the ball inside the 20. And you described this at dinner, Moyer. Almost every guy just got beat on this play. And it's hard when you pack it in like this. You become predictable. You send A.J. Barner on motion, and then you bring him back. It's clearly man. You have Gabe Russell in the backfield as your fullback. You hand the football off, and it just seemed like everyone got pushed back. And this is an example of how good this young defensive line for the Rams are.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things here that, God, I mean, I could spend 30 minutes, all these coaching points. I mentioned this, 10 of our 11 guys really don't win. Actually, 9 of our 11 don't win. One of them it's kind of a stalemate. I thought he did his job, but could have done better. And I even put this one on Geno. I mean, Geno, to me, you've got to fake. You got to fake some type of play action bootleg. You've got to hold the linebacker on the backside because no one's blocking him at that point. There's so many things. We knock one of our guys off. I mean, Charles Cross is double teaming. He blocks down to help Tomlinson on that. He kind of trips just a little bit. So because of that, he can't get the linebacker goes over the top of him. If he gets him, if one of our guys wins, K9's looking for it. He sees one on a cutback, but all of a sudden the linebacker flashes because we can't get to him. If we got to him at all or just held him with a fake, he sees that and he picks up a half yard. If Thompson, he actually wins his, but because Cross kind of stumbles, if he just stalemates his guy, we win there. If we don't get stalemated with the defensive end, with our tight end, there's a hole there that allows our fullback to get up into a gap. There's so many what-ifs on this.
Yeah.
Part of it is, look, they're all in pinched and then they're slanting, so there's not a lot inside. They sold out on this. I mean, if we run a naked bootleg, he jogs into the end zone. That's winning in crucial moments. You got to win that. I didn't love, maybe there's a check with me type of thing on this. Yeah. This one was going to be tough from a number standpoint. Someone was going to have to whoop somebody's butt, and we didn't whoop anybody's butt on that one.
Because of this play, I hope that there are 2 or 3 plays off of this look this week against the 49ers, because you will be in some short yardage situations, hopefully. All right, that was Inside the Film Room. When we come back, we will talk that talk. We'll pick a couple of topics to go back and forth at and let you know who's right and who's wrong. That's next right here on Hawks Live.
Seattle Sports, your home for Bump and Stacy.
NFL Network's Greg Rosenthal.
What report card would you give Mike McDonald so far?
He's a C. The defense has been more erratic than I would have expected, like a little sloppy in terms of the penalties and some of the decisions. But overall, I'm not that worried about Mike McDonald long term. I think you got to give him a little time to install his culture, his defense. And so if you ask me at the end of the season and they've still been this erratic, it would be a lower grade, but I expect it to get better in the second half of the year.
Streaming live on the Seattle Sports app.
Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa. This weekend only, Friday through Sunday, Linwood Event Center. Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa. This weekend only, Friday through Sunday, Linwood Event Center. 18-month interest-free financing. Our factories have demanded we sell 1,000 hot tubs and swim spas this weekend. Linwood Event Center. Huge factory incentives, factory rebates, this weekend only. Linwood Event Center. We can remove your old hot tub. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Hot tub starting at $2,999. Linwood Event Center. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Just relax and enjoy. Linwood Event Center. Friday, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Free admission, free parking, free delivery. Linwood Event Center. Call 833-SPA-SALE or visit hottubandSwimSpaSale.com.
This year's ratings of the best TVs just got published, and Samsung, LG, and Sony scored the highest. Also, they warned about the poor performance of the bargain brands promoted at some stores. So where can you get the best deal on the top-rated TVs? At the club? Online? Nope. At Video Only. They've got their better than Black Friday deals on right now. Don't be sorry. Check out Video Only before you buy.
The best defense is a good offense. So before the sewer backs up into your home and wreaks havoc, stop freaking and call Beacon. Beacon Plumbing, Heating, and Mechanical is there for you when you need them most. 1-800-FREAKIN or beaconplumbing.net.
Let's talk about your hair. Well, maybe after we talk about my hair. I've got great hair, as you know, and it's because of Advanced Hair. Yep, Advanced Hair Restoration. Their simple one-day treatment offers life-changing results that I can attest to. Guys, it's not magic, but it's close to it. They put hair where you need it most, and bam, it grows. It's actual science. Advanced Hair has top-rated physicians, modern technology, and best of all, you get your very own natural hair that begins to regrow the very next day. It's even guaranteed to grow for life. So schedule your free consultation now at 425-449-8185. Mention Curly to qualify for $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. It's a limited time offer. Advanced Hair, the winner of the 425 Business of the Year, and the team that gave me my hair back. More importantly, they'll do the same for you. Guaranteed. 425-449-8185 or advancedhair.com.
Endless hours of research, seeking referrals, dozens of calls. Hiring the right attorney can be a challenging process during an already difficult time. J.P. Pendergast with Pendergast Law explains.
In Washington State, Tom, there are thousands of attorneys to choose from. Referrals and online research can be helpful, but discovering the right attorney requires a conversation. It can be hard to identify integrity and authenticity without that interaction.
So, what do you recommend?
We encourage anyone looking for personal injury representation to call for a free consultation with our team before making a decision simply based on referrals or online research. Accident victims need an attorney that listens, demonstrates honesty, and is genuinely understanding of their unique circumstances. The care, attention, and preparation that our firm provides throughout the case mirrors the effort involved when taking on the insurance companies.
Save time and avoid mistakes after an injury. Contact the caring and compassionate team at Pendergast Law.
If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident, call Pendergast Law. We can help.
You've probably noticed the temperature starting to fluctuate, and that gets even more pronounced at night. Is your insulation ready for the upcoming cold season? Let me guess, you haven't checked. You're like me, you don't want to go into your attic or your crawl space. Well, that's why Crawl Pros goes where you don't want to. It's Mike Salk here. They came out to my house for a free inspection and found my insulation wasn't up to snuff. So they showed me pictures of the problem, explained it, and then they got it all fixed. Now, Crawl Pros has partnered with Puget Sound Energy to provide special rebates on insulation work. So if you're a PSE customer and your home was built before 1990, you may qualify to receive a rebate on up to 95% of the cost to properly insulate your crawl space and attic. Don't wait for the temperatures to drop. Take advantage of these enormous rebates today. Call Crawl Pros to learn what's going on behind that crawl space and attic hatch for free. Again, if you're worried about critters, mold, water damage, insulation issues, or anything else related to your crawl space or attic, schedule a free corner-to-corner inspection at crawlpros.com.
Cressy Garage Doors. Make your home unique and stylish. Have it stand out from the other homes in your neighborhood. The #1 return on investment for your home. Cressy Garage Doors. Since 1952.
Shop Mazda of Everett and find out why Mazda of Everett is Washington's largest Mazda dealer. Mazda of Everett on Highway 99 in Everett or online at mazdaofeverett.com.
It's time to talk that talk with Michael Bumpus and Paul Moyer on Hawks Live.
Welcome back to Hawk Talk. I'm Michael Bumpus with my guy Paul Moyer. It's now time to talk that talk. This is when we throw some topics out there and we figure out who's right and who is wrong. So let's get right into it. The first one, Paul Moyer. My question to you. Will Tyrese Knight be a long-term starter for the Seattle Seahawks.
Is this a yes or no?
It's a
Okay,
yes or a
talk
no,
it
but it's
through a
you
little
know you have to show your work.
I don't know yet. And the reason why I say I don't know yet, I'm not sure what position's best for him. So they released Dotson. Here's what I know. Ernest Jones, he's a middle linebacker who can cover. He's good. They're going to do everything they can to re-sign him, and they should, because he is an absolute staple in that spot. I just don't know what Tyrese Knight's position is. Is he good enough to play that will linebacker, that weak linebacker? Can he cover well enough? He doesn't have blazing speed. He has good speed. He has good instincts. He's a good tackler. I just got to see what he's best at, and I haven't seen enough to know. And in college, I wasn't sure either because of the competition he played, and he wasn't dominant. He was a good player. He made plays. You know, he's around the ball a bunch. So I don't know. Here's what I do know. They're going to give him a chance, and we're going to find out this year.
Yep.
And they're going to find out, do we have our 2 linebackers for next year, or do we got to draft somebody or find somebody as a free agent? So they're going to give him every opportunity in these next 8 games. He has the ability. I think he's smart enough. I think he has good instincts. I just got to see it every play and consistent and see if that transitions to what we're looking for.
So you took the easy way out.
I don't know. I mean, that question, it's a hard one for me because I don't have enough information yet.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say yes.
You're gonna talk radio every day.
I'm gonna say yes.
I'm like Shane Waldron. I'm just too nice.
I'm gonna say yes because if they didn't think that he was at least ready to finish the season off and get an opportunity to compete for next year, they would have kept Dotson and said, all right, youngster, you continue to learn from this guy. But I think that they saw enough from him and enough from Dotson for them to be like, all right, man, let's just go see what we have. But your answer is probably the right one. Who knows? Because he's only played about 100 snaps at that position in the NFL. He's a 4th-round pick out of UTEP, I believe he went to. So he's young, and you're going to have some young mistakes. He's going to miss some tackles. He's going to be confused. He's going to misread some things. He's not going to be assignment-friendly all the time. It's how quickly can he eliminate those mistakes? If he can start eliminating them week by week and improve, who knows? Because I know one thing about him. When it's time to tackle, I mean, he will, you're not supposed to tackle like this anymore, but stick your face in the tackle and do it. You and I were tackled to lead with our face masks and all that good stuff. Nowadays, it's a bit different. Almost impossible to do at the linebacker spot, though.
He has some instincts, so he knows when, especially when there's it's I don't want to say uncomfortable. It's more for quarterbacks when there's a lot of people around and feet around, and he knows how to kind of knife through offensive linemen and get in to make a tackle. So he's got good instincts. Again, we'll just see how he holds up. I like what I've seen so far. And now that he's had a chance to sit and watch a little bit, and you got Ernest Jones there, that more traditional linebacker, I'm hopeful.
All right, what we got?
All right, next one. This one's kind of long-winded, and we'll see what direction this goes. But, Geno Smith takes some heat, here, and I don't think people appreciate how good he is here, particularly with some of the breakdowns in protection. Brock Purdy has, mixed reviews, especially this year. He's got 7 interceptions. Offense taking a little bit step back. So I'm going to throw this at you. If the 49ers had Geno Smith, would they be a better football team?
Ooh.
On the flip side, if Brock Purdy was on the Seahawks, would we be in worse shape?
Okay. So if Brock,
and you can flip that, would we be better?
If Brock Purdy was here, this team would not be better. I think there's a lot more things that he needs to fight through, and I think that Brock Purdy hasn't really been challenged the way that Geno has been challenged. Sure. Geno has been drafted to a horrible organization in the Jets. He's been kicked to the curb, told he's not good enough, and he has this callus on him that I think allows him to bounce back from games where he throws 3 interceptions. I think if Brock Purdy were over here, he'd be a backup real quick because he's in a perfect situation. You got a good offensive line, good running backs, good tight end, good receivers. I mean, it's perfect for him. If Geno were with the Niners are a better football team. I truly believe that. I think that Geno is a better quarterback than Brock Purdy. I think that Brock Purdy has had the advantages of being brought into a great situation. He's had a head start in his football career, whereas Geno's trying to catch up. And unfortunately, he's playing in a situation to where he has to do the most for this team to have success. The Niners are better with Geno Smith for sure.
Yeah, that's an interesting one because I think last year, that question, I would say I agree. I really do, because their protection was better, the 49ers. Their protection actually breaks down quite a bit. And Purdy beat us with his legs last game.
Yep.
There was a couple times we had sacks on him, and he was so quick in the way he jumped in the pocket, and then he would jump back when all of a sudden he saw a different colored jersey and then worked his way out. The one touchdown one where he got some depth, and then kind of did an Aaron Rodgers throw when he was leaning backwards was really impressive to me. It's a tricky one because I think a pure pocket passer, Geno Smith can make every throw. He can throw to his left, he can throw to his right, he can step up in the pocket, he can fade a little bit, he has great deep ball. He can make every throw. He has one weakness there. I don't think he's quite as good as this escaping pressure as Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy now has, for the first time, weaknesses that have been exposed. Gut pressure, not his friend.
Right.
If he has nowhere to escape, he's going to throw the ball. He's going to have a tendency to throw it high and give people opportunities to have interceptions, and that's why he has 12 touchdowns, 7 interceptions this year. He doesn't throw it as well outside the numbers to his right. People know that. They're trying to force that a little bit. They know his route. So, you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say I think they're both perfect where they are right now.
What is going on here?
I think they're both
What
perfect
is going
where they are
on
right now.
here?
I don't think
What are you doing?
I don't think the Seahawks are worse or better with Brock Purdy.
What are you
I know.
doing?
Is that, am I allowed to do this?
What are you doing?
Am I allowed, producer? Am I being gonged right now? Remember the Gong Show? Are you booking me?
on.
Okay, I'm being booted. I'm going to say that. The 49ers would be better, but I don't know if we'd be worse because the way our pocket breaks down, I think his legs escaping and maybe able to run and create some with his legs might actually be beneficial for us.
You know what? I don't even care who's right. I'm just glad we pressured you into
I know.
taking a stance.
I got gone.
And answer.
I'm not doing this segment anymore. It's my last one. I'm hurt.
All right, last one. The Seahawks are closer to being a really good team than they are to being a really bad team. 4-5.
I think it's right down the middle. Look, how do I feel? I feel like we're closer to being a really good team.
Yeah.
Because we've been in so many games. We've lost 5 of our last 6. 4 of those have been by double digits. One of those was by 9 points, and last week I think we should have won. We should have beat the Giants. We lost to them. We've lost 4 home games in a row. Is that right? I think 4 home games in a row. I'm going to go with, look, your record, you are what your record says it is. You are what you're putting out there to see right now. And right now, over our last 6 games, we're closer to being a bad team than we are to being a good team. My heart doesn't say that because I think we got a chance to get Abraham Lucas back. We now have Ernest Jones at linebacker. I think Trace McKnight actually helps us in the running game. I think we know what we are on a front defensively. I think we cleaned that up last week. So I believe the next 8 games we will play better. But what I've seen over the last 6 games isn't saying that.
You know what bad teams do? Snap the football over your head. Throw interceptions in the red zone. Horrible on 3rd downs. Don't convert on 4th down.
3rd and 4th.
3rd and 4th down. So I think you're right, but I think that there's enough time in this season for them to change my mind because I think that Geno's a good quarterback. I think DK is one of the top 3 explosive receivers in the game. Not the best, but top 3 explosive players in the game. I think that Ken Walker is one of the more talented running backs in the game. I think Julian Love, if you look at his PFF, he's having a Pro Bowl type of season.
Yes.
I think that Devin Witherspoon is due. So I think
Cody Bryant, I think
the talent is there.
Yeah.
But we all know that this is a team sport. So you need everybody working together, making plays at the same time. So because we've seen individual performances and not a team performance quite yet to where they just went out and dominate, I will agree with you, but I will say that I think that there is time and talent to where they can change our minds pretty quickly, and it can start on Sunday. If you go to San Francisco and you win that ball game, and it looks pretty, and you're not walking away saying, "Oh, well, San Francisco lost that game," then we feel different about this team. But I agree with you. There are some things that we saw lately that makes you think that, all right, they got a lot of work to do.
You know what's interesting is last year I said it was scheme. It was scheme. I go, man, give you guys, you got to give them a chance to win. I feel like our scheme's right. I really do on both. This is about execution and the players getting it done. So I think you're right. You got 8 games, and I'm thinking of the Washington Commanders. They're 7-3. They win on a Hail Mary. They've won some games they should not have won. We've lost games we should have won, and what a difference the feeling is. That they're 7-3, we're 4-5. So yeah, you go to the 49ers and win in Santa Clara, boy, that changes the season quickly.
And the Chiefs are the jankiest 9-0 team I've ever seen. Okay, when we come back, we'll put a bow on this thing and look forward to the Niners. That is next here on Hawks Live.
Direct savings and client focus, the cornerstones of the Diamond Dave philosophy.
Hi, I'm Diamond Dave Cantor. My team and I, Cantor Diamond, can be your trusted friends with an inside scoop on the diamond world.
Just like they are to thousands of people around the world.
And just like we have been for over 34 years.
At Cantor Diamond, it's all about the diamonds and the savings, not paying for high-end retail locations or the overhead of a mall.
You stand to save big time with our by appointment professional office approach, combined with direct importing.
When you choose Cantor Diamond, you choose huge savings, top quality, and excellent service. Call, email, or message us for an in-person appointment.
Or sit back and relax for free FedEx shipping anywhere in the USA.
Call Diamond Dave at 253-272-7007. That's 253-272-7007. Or follow them on Instagram at Cantor Diamond. That's at Kantor Diamond.
What's your holiday tradition? Now, if you're like me, it involves gathering around a big meal to celebrate. Well, what if there's no food on the table? Hey, it's G. Scott. This year, help someone less fortunate celebrate the holidays by supporting Nourishing Neighbors. The Nourishing Neighbors program provides grocery cards to the people who are the most impacted by food insecurity. So make a donation next time that you're at Safeway and help make sure everyone is welcome at the table for the holidays. Go to nourishingneighbors.com to learn more.
Miss anything from the Brock and Salk Show? Remember, you can always catch the show on demand on seattlesports.com, the Seattle Sports app, or wherever you listen to podcasts. This message brought to you by Ascend Hospitality Group, Famous Dave's, Ascend Prime, and Stanford's.
So I formed Davis Law Group about 30 years ago, and I would get, the same questions from people about what to do in the case of an accident. Do you need a lawyer? To the point where I decided that I would at least write a book which would answer the common questions that I would receive as a lawyer. Once I wrote my first book, it proved to be hugely popular. I decided to write then a series of books in different accident cases so that we could really teach people about their rights, how to protect them, and how to decide on whether they need a lawyer and what lawyer to hire. I've found in my career that having a client that is educated and knowledgeable about their particular type of case really helps the client and also usually ends up making the case or the claim more successful. To get your free copy of any of my Washington accident books, visit WashingtonAccidentBooks.com.
The holidays are here. Don't let your plumbing issues get the last word from your relatives visiting. Talk to the Hawk. When you need reliable septic, plumbing, and drain cleaning services, Flo Hawks is there. Right now, mention Cairo and get $25 off any home septic service, $35 off any home drain cleaning service, and $45 off any home electrical troubleshooting or repair. Just mention Cairo. Flo Hawks is the #1 name in septic and plumbing services. Talk to the Hawk. 1-800-FLO-HAWK or FLOHAWKS.com. That's 1-800-FLO-HAWK or FLOHAWKS.com.
We are Seattle Sports. 7:10 a.m. on your radio. Streaming through the Seattle Sports app. Get new videos, podcasts, and articles on the Seahawks and Mariners from your favorite Seattle sports personalities daily. Hawks Live. Presented by the Dining District of the Bellevue Collection at Bellevue Square Center Court. Live on air on Seattle Sports.
Welcome back to Hawks Live, the last segment of this Thursday, the bye week. Man, it's finally over. We get to see these guys get back after it and compete. Believe it or not, Moyer, they are still in this thing in the NFC West. You have the Cardinals at 6-4. You have the Niners at 5-4, and then you have us and the Rams at 4-5. So big game coming up this week.
Pretty much control your own destiny.
Yep.
You know, it is weird you have a bye week. I was telling you guys, I said, hey, what game was it where we were playing and we were going in for a tie game. We were going for the go-ahead touchdown and potentially go-ahead field goal. And we threw that interception and went 103 yards back the other way. And then the next drive, we threw another interception. We were down on the 2-yard line. It was last week, or the last game we played. It just shows how long ago it was. So let me ask you a question. I mean, this is a big game, obviously. This is tough. I mean, you've lost 5 of your last 6 games. You know, you're 4-5, as you said, it's after a 3-0 start, which was pretty good. They cut Dotson, which, man, just a shock to me. And maybe they believe in Trice McKnight, you know, as the future. But to cut him was weird. They're in a bye week, man. They're evaluating. Do you think they let Dotson go because you're not in the future? We're going to give him a chance. This doesn't work in the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
Or did they say, we're 4-5. We've lost 5 or last 6. We're kind of in rebuild mode right now.
No, I don't think they see this as rebuild because, like you mentioned, you control your own destiny. You go out here, you beat the Niners, you sweep the Cardinals, you split with the Rams, you beat the Jets. Now, big ask, right? I don't think they think they're going to go undefeated for the rest of the season. Still got to play Green Bay. Still got to play Minnesota. So there's some things that they have to do. But I think that they looked at that situation and said, we can get that type of play from this young man. And we can also save about $1 million because I believe Miami had to pick up the potential incentives of Dotson. So I think they saw this as a situation for this young man to sink or swim and get a real evaluation of him. And it's because of Dotson's own doing. He just wasn't playing the way that they wanted him to play. So no, I don't think they're rebuilding or tanking right now or saying it's a wrap. I think that they're doing what they think is best for the team.
Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Got Abe Lucas come back. Let's just pretend we don't know. We don't know if he's going to be active. We don't know if he's starting. We don't know if he's playing. We don't know anything. But let's say he does start. How big a boost is that one?
I think it's more of a boost mentally for the offensive line because I'm sure you played with guys. You played with Kenny Easley. I'm sure there were games where he missed and things just didn't feel right. I'm not comparing Abe to Kenny, but I'm saying that once you get one of your boys back, a starter, you know, you start to believe a little bit more. And I think that's what they can do. Abe's going to be tired, man. You can't simulate a football game. You see him out in VMAC running and doing sprints and doing all these drills. It gets real when the other guy is wearing a different jersey and gives 2 you-know-whats about your well-being. He's going to get after you. So I think that it gives them more of a mental boost, but obviously a physical boost as well. But I just don't expect him to be able to play the whole game. I give him 25, 30 snaps, and he's going to be gassed, man.
The problem with your analogy there with Kenny Easley is when he would go out, I was starting. And when he was out, I was 11-1 as a starter. So I'm just saying.
I thought you were out there at the same time. I thought, it was the Easley
No,
show.
mine was the Eugene Robinson.
Okay.
I was Kenny's backup.
Okay.
And so, yeah, until he left in '88, I filled in when he was hurt.
And you guys were 11-1 when
we
you
were 11-1 as a starter, and that's kind of when they said, maybe.
So that's
it's not true.
So that's why he's one of your close friends. You're like, yeah, you're in the Hall of Fame, but I did my thing.
He was he was actually my agent after he retired.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Fresh off of retirement.
He's fresh off retirement. He had an agency. One of my good friends, Sim Osborne, was the lawyer. They did my last contract and did a nice job with it. So,
really?
Yeah.
All right.
Got me an insurance policy too, which was really key because I got hurt my neck, like a Lloyd's of London one, and it ended up paying my last contract.
Man,
or my last year of my contract.
You owe Kenny.
I do.
You owe him a lot.
I do. So yeah, and 11-1 as a starter. Just don't forget that.
Well, 7 picks in 1 year.
6 with 3 callbacks.
6 with 3. So 6.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, man, let's get out of here. Special thanks to Cody White, LaVisca Chanel for joining the show. Our board operator, Max Strobel, on-site engineers, the lovely Brenna Rogers, production assistant, Ashley Oakes, and our executive producer, Nasser Chovy. The Seahawks pregame show is live this Sunday with my man, Paul Moyer, starting at 10 a.m. Until next time, I'm Michael Bumpus. He's Paul Moyer. Thank you for the thousands of people here on Hawks Live.
Hawks Live. Every Thursday from 7 to 9, live on air on Seattle Sports. Presented by the Dining District of the Bellevue Collection at Bellevue Square Center Court. Download the Seattle Sports app to get breaking news notifications on the Hawks and read the latest analysis on the Hawks at seattlesports.com. Blue 88 on Brock and Salk.
Now that they're coming out of the bye, we should see some adjustments. What will be the most obvious?
Every day at 7:45.
This week against San Francisco, they will be under center more. What did Brady tell us? They're the 4th most shotgun team in the league. It's too much because when you get in the shotgun, it limits the amount of volume and especially your run play action. And what is Geno phenomenal at? Kind of like Russell was before him. Run, play action, pass, movement. Make yourself less predictable.
Blue 88, answering 3 football questions as only Brock Heward can.
Are you a skilled HVAC tech looking for a top-rated team? Join Ben's Plumbing, rated 5 stars for exceptional service. Enjoy great pay and benefits, a supportive team, and a non-commissioned HVAC career. Visit bens.plumbing/careers to apply.
Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa. This weekend only, Friday through Sunday, Linwood Event Center. Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa. This weekend only, Friday through Sunday, Linwood Event Center. 18-month interest-free financing. Our factories have demanded we sell 1,000 hot tubs and swim spas this weekend. Linwood Event Center. Huge factory incentives, factory rebates, this weekend only. Linwood Event Center. We can remove your old hot tub. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Hot tub starting at $2,999. Linwood Event Center. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Just relax and enjoy. Linwood Event Center. Friday, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Free admission, free parking, free delivery. Linwood Event Center. Call 833-SPA-SALE or visit hottubandSwimSpaSale.com.
Hey, it's Mike Salk here for my friends at Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. Yes, I said and hotel. If you're looking for a fun night out, Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel is just the place to go. Whether it's Vista Prime Steak and Seafood with their reimagined happy hour or Falls Buffet as well. The breathtaking views of the Snoqualmie Valley and Mount Si. You can find all the details at snocasino.com. Seattle's closest is now Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. Only 30 minutes from downtown. Seattle's closest, Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel.
I'm Bradley Johnson with 1-800-DUI-AWAY. Let's talk about the bar. Not where you get drinks. I'm talking about the bar exam. That rigorous beast that's required to practice law. You've got to pass it, but not anymore. Soon students can pass on the bar exam instead of passing it. Can you imagine unlicensed electricians burning down the house? Plumbers? Yuck.